want you to raise your hand if you know someone or you yourself was a product of an unwanted pregnancy. Now imagine for a second if any of those people were not in your life. That's what happens when a mother chooses abortion. Abortion impacts the world in such a way that we can't even understand. What if those children would have grown up to be doctors, lawyers, presidents? It's very scary to think of how many people could have been around if mothers would have chosen life. I did a lot of research on this topic. It's very near and dear to my heart because I'm the product of an unwanted pregnancy myself. And if I wouldn't be here speaking to you today if my mother would have chosen abortion. I did a lot of research on this and pulled my main resources from a journal called Perspectives on Sexual and Reproductive Health, the American Pregnancy Association, a website called Courageous Choices, which is a pro-life website, and our course textbook, Created for Connection by Dr. Albin. The main point of this speech is to discuss the problem of abortion in our country and to offer a solution to abortion, which is adoption, which is choosing life, and show how adoption can not only be beneficial for both a mother and child physically, but also how it can be a redemptive solution spiritually for the birth mother. The main thing is the abortion statistics in the United States. That was one of the most staggering things I found. In the United States, through a study done by which was posted in the Journal for Perspectives on Sexual and Reproductive Health, this study found that in 2008, 1.2 million abortions were performed in the United States. That's 1.2 million babies that were basically killed. The study also found that 19% of pregnancies end in abortion, which is a choice. It's not a miscarriage or a termination of a pregnancy involuntarily. It is a choice to terminate the baby's life. I just think that this is so staggering. That means that 19% of God's created life, of what God has made, is being taken away by human hands. Abortion is a significant problem, and those statistics show that it is exactly what it is, a problem. Adoption, however, is a solution, and adoption can overcome death, and it can also be a healing thing emotionally for the birth mother. According to the American Pregnancy Association, adoption can give the birth mother a sense of peace. It can help the birth mother financially. She will have all of her prenatal care covered, all of her lawyer fees covered. She will have educational benefits that she may not have had before. You know, if she gives up her baby for adoption, she's still free to pursue her educational goals and her travel goals, her professional goals, anything that she wants. According to Courageous Choice, which is a pro-adoption website, the birth mother can fulfill lifelong dreams that she may not have been able to fulfill if she had a child. So not only is she choosing life and choosing to honor God's sanctity of life, but she is able to also fulfill a family's dreams of having a child that they may not have had. It's kind of a win-win situation. Adoption obviously can overcome deadly effects of abortion and has a ton of benefits for the child. Number one, the child can live. The child has life, which God created, and it's respecting that creation. The second is the child could have, according to the American Pregnancy Association, the child can have the option to have a upbringing that's financially and emotionally beneficial. They can have a two-parent household. They have a greater chance of good educational resources. According to Courageous Choice, the benefits to the child include a loving home, resources that they may not have been exposed to. They will be able to enjoy their life and have a good quality of life. And I think the key word here is life. In both situations, life is being chosen. And let's not forget that by choosing life, we are choosing to honor God's value of human life, which includes pre-born human life. That is included in what God values. In summary, adoption is a deadly choice. It's death. It's choosing darkness. It's choosing to be ungodlike and unchristlike. 19% of pregnancies in the United States are aborted, which is such a horrific and terrible fact. And adoption, however, is choosing life. It's choosing to turn that 19% around and give a child a family that they may not have ever had and an upbringing that they so desperately want and deserve. And it also benefits everyone on this world because it's choosing to honor God's value of unborn human life. Adoption is a life-saving choice. Unwanted children in our country, they have a choice to live, which is amazing, and it's a redemptive quality for the mother because they are still able to fulfill God's value of life, but since they're unprepared to have a child, they can still go on and fulfill their hopes and dreams and goals while the child can benefit from a family that truly can care for them and love them. So remember how we talked about at the beginning that 1.2 million babies were aborted in 2008. I just want you to think, of that 1.2 million, could there have been someone who had the cure for cancer? Could there have been someone that could have solved world peace? Could there have been someone in there that could have found a cure for all the diseases that we hold in this world? When we'll never know, because those mothers chose death. And I'm encouraging everyone in this world to choose life. And through that, you can choose adoption, which is a gift not only to the child and the birth mother, but also to that family that's receiving that child.